Hello everybody, this is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave with a quick technical update for Bitcoin for you. I'm not going to give you Elliott Wave. I did that 2 days ago. I did that on Monday. For my membership, if you want it, you can get it. It's at pureelliottwave.com. This is technicals only. My technicals for Bitcoin are pretty bullish. Looking at the weekly time frame, we have a big consolidation, met the technical definition of a bear market, found its low in August 2024, a breakthrough on upward sessions with support from volume, new all-time highs, another technical bear market. It looks now like we're going to get new all-time highs sooner rather than later. Now, I would not be surprised if we see a little bit of a consolidation or a small pullback here about resistance 100,000 to 106, 109,000, previous all-time highs, before price is able to break through and close to new all-time highs with support from volume. In order for an upward breakout to have confidence, we need to see a close above previous all-time highs, which was 109,340.21 in January this year, on an upward session with support from volume. While we don't have that, I would be expecting a little consolidation or pullback about here. Maybe to find support, I need to change this resistance here and here to support. Maybe to find support about 100,000. Upward weeks overall don't have support from volumes. That's another reason why I say look out potentially for a little consolidation or pullback here. There's a bit of weakness in this upward movement for the short term. On balance, volume has a widening range. There's no signal. ADX is declining. The previous upward trend to January 2025 reached extreme but not very extreme, and the trend was waning compared to previously back here in March 2024. ADX is now declining. The DX lines are whipsawing. This is typical of consolidation or flux from one direction to the other. No clear trend at the weekly time frame. RSI is neutral, it's not overbought. Money flow is neutral, it's not overbought. Previously, the upward trend to the highs in January this year did reach extreme. RSI and money flow did reach overbought, and then they exhibited single bearish divergence. The bear market down to the low, potentially in March this year, has resolved those extreme conditions. RSI and money flow are back in neutral territory. ADX is at a relatively low level. There's plenty of room for a trend to develop either up or down. ATR is declining as price moves higher. There's weakness in both volume and range. Let's look at technicals on the daily. For the short term, this is my bottom line. While price remains within this nice best fit channel, assume upward movement is going to continue. Finding resistance about 106,000, finding support at the lower edge of this parallel channel. If we see a breach of this channel with a full red daily candlestick below and not touching this trend line, then look out for a bit more time-consuming consolidation or a pullback. I'll expect it to be relatively shallow, though, finding support at 100,000 or potentially a little bit further below that at 92,000. The moving average situation is bullish, but not full bull bullish. The short is above the long, but the mid is below the long. There was a death cross back here. We haven't yet had a golden cross. If the purple 50-day moving average crosses over the green 200-day moving average, that would be a very bullish signal. These are moving averages though here based upon a 50 and 200-day average, so they are lagging indicators. We had a flag pattern here. I think it's been a couple of weeks since I updated this analysis for you. I calculated the target from the flag at 68,950. That wasn't met. The low down here at 74,426 for 7th of April looks like it's going to remain intact for the long term. A bullish engulfing candlestick pattern up off this low has support from volume as well. So short term, expect upward movement is going to continue, but we are finding resistance about 106,000. Wait for this channel to be breached. If you see it breached, then look out for support at 100,000 or 92,000. While price remains within the channel, look out for tests to new all-time highs. A little bit of push from one of the recent downward sessions. Overall, it's upward sessions which have stronger volume, but overall they are declining. And you can see that more clearly at the weekly time frame. There's some weakness in this upward movement. It could be a B wave, it could be and we could be looking for a deeper pullback or more time-consuming consolidation before price is ready to break out to new all-time highs. I am still really bullish on Bitcoin. What I'm trying to outline here is more short-term price fluctuations as what I expect is most likely. ADX is declining at both time frames today, no clear trend, but it's not going to take much to turn the black ADX line at the daily time frame up, which would then indicate an upward trend again. It wouldn't be very extreme, certainly not as extreme as it can get for Bitcoin. That has to be above 45. RSI is overbought, there's no short-term bearish divergence. Money flow is neutral, also no short-term bearish divergence. For the very short term, we are just now starting to see a little bit of an increase in ATR as a measure of volatility as price moves higher. It could be that, again, typical of its lows, Bitcoin starting out slowly up off a low, and it might still yet develop some increase in volume and range as a measure of volatility. Bitcoin's bull market runs do start out slowly. It makes the lows really hard to identify. I am fairly confident that the low of April 7th is likely to remain sustained for the long term. My only question is, how much work is price going to do about prior all-time highs before it's ready to break through? Are we just going to have a breakthrough, or are we going to have some consolidation or pullback before that happens? That's my only short-term question here, and use the channel to tell you what's most likely to happen. While price remains within the channel, look out for an upward breakout. If price breaks below the channel, look out for a consolidation or pullback. That's it from me real quick with your Bitcoin update, and I hope you're all having a lovely week.